Hello, everyone. My name is Mama Bonnie, and I'm so happy to see you here back at the Burrow. And to all of our new friends, hello. It's so nice to meet you. How was your day? I hope it went well. And now that you're here, my day's gotten even better. Since one of you asked, oh so sweetly, if I would read Pete the Cat. Well, I hopped right on it and found it. Mama's never read this story before, so it's going to be an adventure for all of us. But before we have our groovy stories, we have to make sure we're all comfy cozy. So make sure you're wearing something comfy. And don't forget to bring your favorite stuffy. I think they're going to want to hear the story too, don't you? Well then, are we all comfy? Let's get started, shall we? Tonight's story, we're going to be reading Pete and the Cat. And since there are 5 stories, Mama's going to be reading 2 tonight as a special treat. Our first story is Pete and the Cat, 5 little ducks. 5 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's splash and swim." But only 4 little ducks jumped in. 4 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's jump and hop." But only 3 little ducks popped up. 3 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's try the swings." But only 2 little ducks flapped their wings. 2 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's run inside." But only 1 little duck came by. 1 little duck was there to play, with one cool cat this rainy day. Pete the cat said, "It's me and you." But that little duck left too. Sad Pete the cat went out to play, but all of the ducks had gone away. Pete the cat said, "Hey, what was that?" And the 5 little ducks came running back. 5 little ducks all yelled, "Hooray!" They made Pete a treat that day. Pete the cat said, "Let's all have fun." And they played until the day was done. The end. Our next story is Pete the Cat. Go, Pete, go. It's a beautiful day, and Pete the Cat has decided to take his bike for a ride. Nothing makes Pete happier than feeling the sun on his fur and on the breeze on his face. Turtle has a new race car. Who wants to have a race? He says.
Not me,
Says Grumpy Toad.
my motorcycle has a flat tire.
Not me, says Emma. My car is too old and slow. Not me, says Callie. It's not meant for racing.
I'll race you,
Says Pete, knowing how much Turtle likes to race. But your bike has no motor, says Turtle. My race car is super quick. I'll win for sure.
That's okay,
says Pete.
I just want to try my best and have fun.
Everyone is excited for the big race.
On your mark, get set, go,
Callie shouts. Turtle steps on the gas pedal and
vroom,
zooms away. Pete waves goodbye and then pedals off. Pete sees Turtle up ahead. Turtle slows down to let Pete catch up. Check this out, shouts Turtle. He pressed a button and fins appear. Now, Turtle's race car goes even faster.
vroom, vroom.
Pete's bike doesn't have fins, but he does have a basket. He stops and takes out a tasty red apple. Nothing is better than a tasty red apple on a beautiful day. Turtle sees that Pete is way behind. He spies a diner up ahead. Might as well grab a bite to eat, Turtle says as he pulls into a parking spot. Yum, says Turtle, eating a grilled cheese sandwich. He is in no rush. He is sure he will win the race. Dessert? The waitress asked. Don't mind if I do, Turtle says. While Turtle finishes his lunch, Pete continues pedaling. The sun is high and the breeze is blowing. It's a beautiful day for a race. Pete sees Turtle leaving the diner. Pete waves hello. But Turtle doesn't wave back. Turtle just jumps in his car and peels off.
I guess he didn't see me,
Pete shrugs. But Turtle did see Pete. He knows that Pete isn't gonna give up easily. So Turtle presses a button, and his tires inflate into mag wheels that let him swerve around the curves at top speed.
vroom.
Pete passes a rose bush as he goes around a curve. Pete knows he should keep racing, but he can't resist. The roses are just so beautiful. He has to stop and smell them. Turtle sees that he has a huge lead. He knows he's going to win. He stops for a nice, cold glass of lemonade. And that's when he sees the hammock hanging between two trees. He's exhausted from racing so fast. He figures a quick nap will help him in the home stretch. Pete pedals past and sees Turtle sleeping.
That's cool,
Pete thinks as he rides by as quietly as he can.
Turtle must really be tired. I'm glad he's getting some rest.
Grumpy Toad finds Turtle fast asleep.
Wake up, Turtle.
Says Grumpy Toad.
If you don't get back in the race, Pete is going to win.
That's impossible, says Turtle, thinking it must be a joke. But it's no joke. Turtle presses a button and rocket boosters appear, making him go super duper fast. But by the time Turtle nears the finish line, Pete has already won the race. How did you do it? Turtle asks.
Slow and steady,
Says Pete.
Maybe next time, instead of racing, we can ride together.
A great idea, says Turtle. What a great race. What a great day. The end. You know, since you all have been so good, Momma is going to read one more. Then it's off to bed. Our last story is Pete the cat and the new guy. It was Sunday, and Pete's friends had come to play, and they were rocking to a new song when, beep, 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 there was a noise coming from across the street. A wise old owl had a view from his tree. Pete said,
Hey, Owl, what do you see?
Owl said, All I see are green shoes and a red hat. Pete answered,
Sounds like my kind of cat.
Pete could not imagine who this new guy could be.
I really hope it's a new friend for me.
On Monday, Pete wanted to say hi, but he was feeling kind of shy. So he just rode by and by and by until finally Pete got to meet the new guy. Pete said,
I've never met anyone quite like you. You seem like a duck, and like a beaver too.
The new guy said to Pete, Hi, my name is Gus. Glad to meet you. I'm a platypus. Pete said,
You're not like me, and I'm not like you. But I think being different is really cool.
On Tuesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. They came to a squirrel who was playing in a tree. Hi, Gus, said Squirrel. Climbing is easy. Try and see. Gus gave the tree a try, but the branch was way too high. I wish I could climb like you, but climbing is something I just can't do. And Pete said,
Don't be sad. Don't be blue. There is something everyone can do.
On Wednesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. They came to Pete's friend, Grumpy Toad, who said,
Come play leapfrog with me. Jumping is easy. Try and see.
And Gus jumped and leaped. But he couldn't get over Toad or Pete. I wish I could jump like you, but jumping is something I just can't do. And Pete said,
Don't be sad. Don't be blue. There is something everyone can do.
On Thursday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. Soon they saw Octopus, who said, Come juggle with me. Juggling is easy. Try and see. I wish I could juggle like you, But juggling is something I just can't do.
Pete said, "Don't be sad, don't be blue. There is something everyone can do."
On Friday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. And Gus said, I can't juggle or jump or climb a tree. It's no fun around here for me. On Saturday, Pete hoped Gus would come out to play.
"I wish Gus wasn't sad. I wish Gus wasn't blue. I wish there was something we could do."
And just then, Pete heard a groovy sound. It was coming from across the street. Gus was rocking to his own beat.
"Sweet."
And Pete said,
"Check out Gus, the platypus. He found something cool he can do with us." Thump, thump, tap, tap. "He's not sad. He's not blue. Gus found something that everyone can do."
The end. I'm so glad that Gus found something he can do with all of his friends. Now then, little ones. Momma read 3 stories. So now it's time for us to go to sleep. It's getting late. So get all snuggled up underneath your blanket. Hold your favorite stuffy tight, 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 so they know they're loved. Oh, and dream some wonderful dreams. And while you're having those wonderful dreams, I'll get our stories ready for next time. How does that sound? And always remember, Mama Bunny loves you very, very much. Good night.